It just kept getting worse.
We're being hassled. This is the second time you've rubbished me now. Now, don't get me wrong, it started off really well.
I'm feeling good.
I'm feeling good as well. The flight was smooth. Like, I'm very, very happy.
Especially for Ryanair.
Especially Ryanair. We got off the plane really quickly. The flight was 2 hours 50.
Yeah, it was also filled with kids, and the kids weren't too bad either.
The one behind me, you know, there was one behind me. He kept putting up the
tray.
The tray, closing it, putting up, bang, bang, bang. Someone's not coming to enjoy their holiday. I'm really happy to be here. It's felt really, really smooth so far, except the fact that they cancelled my birthday activity. They cancelled it. We were meant to be doing the Kotor boat trip. They've just told me, oh yeah, not many people have booked. Can you book another day? And I was like, what's that got to do with me? It sounds like a you problem.
Given you an alternative day, like,
no, they did, but it doesn't. My birthday is one day.
I heard that bit, but I was like, okay, they gave you another day.
They did, but it's the principle. Yeah, so I'm gonna rebook, but I'm annoyed because now what am I gonna do on the actual birthday? We'll figure it out. But guys, we are Mamacita's in Montenegro. See you later. Bye. So we landed at Podgorica airport and we had an hour and 20-minute drive to our accommodation in Budva. At first I booked this shuttle with a company called Connecto Transfers and I paid €65 online. The morning of our flight they sent me an email to say because of high demand they want to increase the price to €91. I said absolutely not. Guys, do not use this company. Just before we took off I was scrambling on the internet trying to find a replacement and I found this company called Montenegro tour operator. I literally only booked it 2 hours before and I did not think they were going to be there. But when we landed, they were literally right outside the gates with my name on a sign waiting for us. So yeah, I highly recommend this company. This isn't an ad. I just thought the service was really good for once on this trip. I like that noise. Ooh. Ooh. Hey. We made it! Oh.
Balcony.
Ah.
Not much of a view, but
oh, that's quite a very exaggerated handle. Cute.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I really like it.
This towel is very.
Yeah, it's giving petite.
This is for your hair.
Wait. Let me check the bathroom.
That's for your hair. What?
What's
the towel for the people?
Even the floor one is bigger. Oh no, it's in here. Phew.
Let me see.
No, it's an actual bath towel.
Okay.
So you think I'm skinny?
Good?
I don't love the pistachio, I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah. I'm a bit of a pistachio. Yeah. Dinner was at this restaurant that had good reviews, so I thought why not try it out. I got the steak risotto, which was okay but not amazing, and Victoria got the grilled chicken, which she really liked. They bring the food piping hot, which I'm a fan of, and this is something that I already knew, but in Montenegro, as soon as you place your order, they bring the bill. You don't have to request it after you finish eating. Good morning. It's not morning, it's 1:09, and we are going to Kotor today. Would you like to see our outfits? We're actually getting the bus to Kotor, so I'll catch you on the bus, I believe. So we got to the bus station to go and buy our tickets, which I thought you couldn't buy online, but apparently you can, but it makes it more difficult because you still have to print it out and you have to pay a fee. And then we saw that the earliest bus departure was in 2 hours, but we had no choice. Okay, well, let's go eat. We did consider taking a taxi, but they were charging us 70 euros and the journey to Kotor is only half an hour. Considering that we paid 65 euros for an hour and 20 drive from the airport, I could not justify this. So, seeing as we had 2 hours to burn, we decided to go grab some food and walk around Budva town.
Yeah, what's the pomegranates you guys grow? They grow in the trees?
No. No. This decoration. No garden. Maybe this month garden, maybe.
Okay. We made it back to the bus station in time for our bus that was departing at 3:44. Please tell me why we're sitting there, we're waiting patiently, the bus isn't coming. They're dismissing us, oh, it's coming, traffic. Cool. We wait. Other people's buses are coming, but ours is not. And you can only get on the bus operator company that is stated on your ticket. An hour goes by, we're still waiting. They keep telling us it's coming in 5 minutes, it's coming in 5 minutes. It doesn't come. An hour and 20 minutes go by, I say enough is enough. I go to the desk, I say, run me back my money. And they did. I didn't even have to fight them for it.
So we're going back home. It's basically just been a wasted day. Not wasted, because I've still enjoyed, but just not what we planned to do today. So we're not going to Kotor. So if you see this outfit again, don't ask me questions. I'm wearing it again. And yeah, so now we're just gonna go to the beach because obviously we have our night paddle in the evening. But yeah, the bus just never came. 0 out of 10, okay? And it was just so weird because all the other buses came, just not our one. So yeah, I don't know. I don't understand it. They kept saying it was coming. I said, I don't care if it's coming anymore. Give me my money.
I googled what are the best sandy beaches near us, so we got a taxi to this one. I will say if you're expecting proper fine sand beaches, Montenegro is not the place for you. In general, the majority of the beaches are pebbly, whereas this one was coarse, gravelly sand. Seeing as our plans were basically cancelled for the day, we wanted to do something fun, so we rented these pedalos. It was 20 euros for an hour, which is a really good price. And yeah, we just had so much. I'm from the deep blue underworld. We got a taxi back to our hotel, and this is the first time we saw what the traffic can be like in Budva. If you need a taxi app recommendation, I highly recommend this app called Montenegro. They are really punctual. The taxis come within 5 minutes, but you can only pay by cash. In general, in Montenegro, cash is king. So be sure to withdraw a sufficient amount when you're visiting. Anyway, it was time for our evening activity, which was a night paddle. We booked this on getyourguide.com and it was around 45 euros. This was pretty much the only thing we did in Montenegro that actually went to plan. I really liked the instructors as well. They were really helpful. The only mistake I made was realizing that we would be paddling for 2 hours. If you've ever kayaked before, you'll know that that is a long time to be kayaking. My arms were literally on fire and it didn't help that the tide got really high, so we were working even harder. After, we went to go and grab some food. So we ordered 3 dishes, and when the waiter was taking out order, he said, this seems like a lot of food. We said, no, we're hungry. He was absolutely right. The portions here were humongous, but the food was delicious. And then the clock struck 12.
Happy birthday, Melissa!
Good afternoon! It is 12:22 on the 23rd of July, and that means, baby, we 27. And we're going parasailing. Remember, we were actually meant to be doing the Kotor Bay cruise today, but they cancelled on us and rescheduled for the next day. So instead, as a birthday activity, we decided to go parasailing. I'm really excited because I've never been parasailing before. We were gonna go to a beach club, but I feel like I always go to beach clubs. So it's almost like, why don't I do something different and do an activity that's something that we both wanted to do anyway.
Yeah.
I'll keep you posted on the birthday. But yes, this is the 23rd of July and it is my birthday, the best day of the year. Woohoo!
Second best, but
No, it's the best. It's the best. Thank you very much. We don't care about the 1st of September. We realized that after we go parasailing, we're not going to have anything to do. So before heading to the beach, we went back to the bus station to try and buy some tickets to go to Kotor after we finished parasailing. Again, we got a ticket for 2 hours later, which was perfect because we needed to do our parasailing anyway. You're only in the sky for 15 minutes, so we had loads of time. We paid 80 euros for a double. Before we paid, I said to the woman, we have a bus to catch in 2 hours, so when is the boat going to be leaving? She says, don't worry, the boat is leaving in 10 minutes. Just take a seat. So we did. 20 minutes had gone by, and usually I wouldn't ask so soon, but now I know what this country's like, I had to go and ask. She says it's coming.
Cool. We sit down, another 20 minutes go by, we get up and ask her again, and she says, oh, the boat has been stopped by the police. Oh, and by the way, it's going to be another 40 minutes until it comes. We say, absolutely not, give us our money back. So she gives it back. But now we're just quite deflated because yes, we can go to Kotor, but really and truly, we're just going to walk around the town. I'm sorry, but that is such a boring birthday plan. The whole point of going parasailing was to do something fun for my birthday. So after a lot of deliberation, we decided, you know what, it's not worth it. Let's just do the parasailing. We can go to Kotor any other day. We asked the local if there's anywhere else on this beach we can go parasailing, and they said no, this is the only company. And by this point, we had around 20 minutes left to wait until the boat would come, so we just decided to go with the original company. We're finally on it now. We're gonna have to miss our bus to Kotor again. I don't know, someone doesn't want us to go to Kotor and I don't know why. So they take us out on the boat, we're in the middle of the Adriatic Sea, and then the woman comes round and says, everybody put your phone and your camera in this box now. She said, you don't take pictures, I take pictures, and you pay me afterwards 25 euros. So everyone starts kicking up a fuss saying, we don't want professional photos, and also, you didn't tell us this before. She didn't care, she persisted, and eventually everyone just gave up and gave her their phones. Then she came to me and said, girl, if you don't get out of my face. She tried to fight me about it. She said, phone box now. I said no. Eventually she gave up and she said, but you put your phone in your bag and you don't take any pictures. Now, I posted a video on social media about all the bad experiences that we had in Montenegro, and of course this was one of the worst ones. It went viral, and when I say I had a lot of comments from Montenegrins saying that I'm lying and that none of this is true, and so it can only be God that when I put my phone in my bag, it was actually recording and it captured her saying it. This was just so wrong and so corrupt on so many levels. So we just went up in the parasail. How did you find it?
I thought it was really lovely to see the whole sea and the mountains and different things like that, which is really nice. Have my thoughts on the customer service?
Yep. We have our thoughts.
They wanted us to pay 50 euros for a photo, like a professional photo, and then 20 euros for video. 70 bucks.
70 for a photo. It's not happening. And then I tried to bring the camera and she said, no camera. I said, what? I don't know. I don't know, but whatever, man. We're not paying that. We just paid 80 euros for this. We were in the sky for around 10 minutes. So it's a no. Also, please listen to what she calls this couple. When it was the South Asian couple's turn to go up in the parasail, she says, okay, India. If you don't believe me, she even says it again. Honestly, disgusting. Guys, I don't even think I need to tell you this, but do not ever book with this company. It took me a minute to be able to find them on Google, but of course I did, and I left an awful review. And then I'm reading through the rest of their reviews, and you can just see that this is not their first rodeo. I'm seeing this one talking about the police and even saying they don't have the right paperwork. Honestly, just awful. But yeah, I don't have any pictures of parasailing, unfortunately, but I don't care. It's the principle. When we got back to shore, everyone else complained to the main department, but they still paid the money for the photos. I'm sorry, I am not rewarding bad behavior. So yeah, you could say this is not a good start to my birthday. Birthday dinner outfits. We've had to walk now because everything's pedestrianized, but we still paid for the taxi, which is a bit of a bump, to be honest. But whatever. You could tell by this point I was just over it. Anything that would happen, we would just take it on the chin and say, okay, it's fine. Okay, whatever. Because there's no point being mad about it. At the end of the day, I'm with my girl, we're on holiday, and we're still gonna have a good time together, regardless of whether external factors don't want us to. Now, if you don't know already, I spend my birthday in a different country every year, and so I am a birthday restaurant connoisseur. And so I pride myself on being able to find the best special occasion restaurant no matter what country I'm in. This was last year in Lisbon, then the year before in Barcelona, then the year before in Mykonos, and so on and so forth. And so this year in Montenegro, we have a restaurant Cittadella. The views here are amazing. It's located in the fortress which was used in the past to protect the city from attacks. Very cute, very pretty.
Restaurant Cittadella is super popular in Montenegro, so definitely don't rely on walking in. Make a reservation. The service was really good and the food was delicious. The only thing that irked me was that when I went to order the steak, they said you have to order at least 500 grams. Usually whenever that's the case, they write it on the menu, but here there was no way of knowing. And I'm not gonna lie, 500 grams of steak is way too much for me. So really, the steak is not 24 euros. The steak is 120 euros, not including fries. Same thing with the fish, minimum 500 grams only. So we just got the steak and we shared it. We spent the rest of the evening walking around Budva Old Town, and for a place that they say is the nightlife central of Montenegro, we weren't really getting that vibe. We were gonna go to the club, but we had to get up early in the morning for our rescheduled boat cruise. So instead, to end the birthday, we went to this rooftop bar and I really liked it here. Now, what I haven't told you about this trip yet is that the men here are relentless. They beep at us all day, you'll even hear it here. They come up to us saying, oh, we like chocolate, we like black girls. So many men came up to us asking us for pictures, which I've never been asked for in Europe. You know that day when we went to the beach, I noticed the guy looking at us. We leave, we walk pretty far away, and then I hear from behind me, excuse me. I turn around, it's him. He's followed us from the beach and I'm thinking, oh, maybe we left something there. He comes up to me, he says, oh, sorry, my English bad. I didn't want to say at the beach, but I'll pay any amount.
You done lost your damn mind.
I have never been so disgusted in my life. Bear in mind, these are not old, creepy men. These are men in their late 20s, their 30s, asking us for these things. Lots of black women go to Montenegro, so you cannot act like we're the first ones you've ever seen. Also, you're young, you have social media, you've seen black women before. There's a way to go about it if you find someone attractive, but this was pure fetishization, and honestly, it was repulsive to be the subject of it. Anyway, we're going home from our rooftop bar now, and of course we're dressed nice, so it's gonna happen again.
How is in Montenegro? Do you like it?
Yeah. I'm
So
enjoying
where
it.
do you go?
Oh, well, I can't remember. What's it called? I can't remember what it's
Do you
called.
want to join us to Top Hill? We want to go to Top Hill. If you
No,
like.
we have to be up early tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're leaving.
Why you were leaving
Yeah.
tomorrow?
That's
What
why
a
we're
shame,
asking,
man.
Yeah, early flight, unfortunately.
Yeah. Anyway, fuck. Idu sutra,
Ho, brother, whoa, now.
Yeah, but only 1 hour, please. Just join us. I want to be in such a beautiful company. Please, can you join us 1 hour? We can go.
I don't, oh, thank you.
Please, to Top Hill or I don't know.
No, I really appreciate it, but
Yeah, I don't think we can. We literally just went to a bar, yeah.
We've been
I
here for a
don't
week.
know.
Yeah.
No.
So there is no any boyfriends here? No, nobody. Yeah?
My boyfriend in Montenegro, no, but one in London for sure.
Oh my
Do you want me
god.
to show you me and my boyfriend?
Show.
Well, me and my babe.
Good, we have to go
Can you
home.
stay in contact, please?
Oh, I can't. I have a boyfriend, sorry.
He want to buy best present for you. For both of you. He's so.
Sorry, guys.
We have to go home.
Can you go with us, please? At least you. Please go with us in Top Hill. We will have a good fun. Yeah, please.
No, thank you.
We
I
honestly
really appreciate
can't.
it.
Are you planning to go again? To come again here?
Yeah, maybe at the end of the year, yeah.
Yeah.
End of the year.
Yeah. Thank you. No more. No. Sorry. Bye. Thank you. Victoria, I filmed that whole thing. When we set the camera, guys, I'm so glad I got that whole thing on camera.
Gosh, that is so.
We are going to laugh about this because I had already started filming and then they came and bothered us.
That is so funny.
You know, he touched me, he said, so strong. That's what he said, yes. That's crazy. Oh, is that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Are we going the right way? I think we are.
What was that?
I think we are.
Oh God, not again. This way, Melissa. There's another group of people.
Big steps. We're being hassled. Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. Big steps. Victoria, please don't make me laugh. I've been hassled.
No, this is crazy.
Good morning. It is around 7:45 a.m. or something like that. No, it's not. It can't be that. Sorry. Hold on. 7:21 a.m. And we are going on a boat trip around some of the islands. So we're going to go see the Blue Cave. Really excited for today. And yeah, I'll see you on the boat trip. Did I not tell you guys I'd see you on the boat? Does it look like I'm on a boat? Are we on a boat, Victoria? We're not on a boat. Tell us why.
We got to the bus stop, the meet point, and we've got in our little, what's the car called again?
I don't know.
Oh, it's in the Central Sea song. Anyways, we got in the car now, the Mercedes Benz. The guy's like, oh, hi, Melissa? Hi, Melissa? Sick. Head office.
Oh, yeah, he said head office because the driver didn't speak English. My man said to me, yeah, the captain just called me. Oh, the waves are so big today. Basically, it's locked off. It's not happening. And don't forget, I wanted this boat trip to happen yesterday when the weather was very nice and pretty on my birthday. And now look. And he said, oh, we'll move it to tomorrow and we'll give you a discount. Yeah, you will give us discount. Is this the second time you've rubbished me now? I'm not annoyed that they cancelled it because of the weather, because as you can hear, the wind is winding. But when I woke up in the morning, I saw that it was windy and I said to Victoria, do you think this is still happening? I checked my phone, I've got no messages from them, so I'm like, okay, let's go to the meeting point then. We get in the car and it's just us and another couple. The driver calls the head office and then it's only then that they decide, oh yeah, it's cancelled.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
They knew from this morning that it was windy. So if it was the case that the waves were so big and the conditions were so bad, why would you waste your money sending your driver to come and collect us? And don't forget, the first time they cancelled on me was because they said there's not enough people. They just wanted to see how many people are going to turn up to the meeting point, and if it was a sufficient number, they would have done this trip. But whatever. I'm not in the mood. It is windy, but at the end of the day, I was looking at the weather forecast and it is going to get better, but whatever. Tomorrow is pure sun. I don't want to hear no excuses tomorrow. So you're going to see me wear this outfit again tomorrow. You're not going to ask me any questions, and you're not going to call me a brokey because
You know, some people don't like brokey. They like popper.
yeah. Oh no, I say brokey. I say brokey. Nah, it's giving brokey. Brother,
Tell us in the comments, do you like popper or brokey?
let us know. But yeah, so we're going to go buy our bus ticket to go to Kotor. If that bus doesn't come, I'm going to crash out. I've already been very lenient with my behavioral, emotional regulation this trip, but that one I will crash out. And then tomorrow it's going to be a jam-packed day because we're going to do the boat trip and then we're also going to do the sunset party. But let's see. So we went back to the bus station to go and buy our ticket to Kotor for later. You know that quote by Einstein that says insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result? By that methodology, you could call us absolutely deranged. But hey, at least we're persistent. I just think it would be such a shame to say we came to Montenegro, but we did not go to Kotor. But I'm sorry, I'm not paying 140 euros return for a 30-minute taxi. This time I actually went to the counter and I said to the staff member, I only want this company. It was the company of the bus I remembered that actually did turn up last time when we were waiting. And guys, look, we are on a bus. This time we waited half an hour for the bus to come, and for Montenegro you have to call it a win because that is the shortest time we've waited for something in this country. I may have many things to say about Montenegro, but the one thing I can't take away from it is its natural beauty. It's really nice. Really nice. So you know, I'm on the bus, I'm relaxing, I'm marveling at the views, and I decide this is a good time to check my emails. Remember earlier when I told you the plan for tomorrow? We're going to do the boat trip and then we're also going to do the sunset party. Sorry, what is going on? I'm just waiting for someone to come out of the bushes and say you've been pranked. It was all a joke. What do you mean that one day before the event is cancelled? Ugh, I'm done. Take me back to the UK, please.
Let's get this shit over with. Cause I'm ready to get the ASAP after this
I was really looking forward to the sunset party. Honestly, it's just really frustrating. And you must think this is enough for one trip. But no,
There's more. We're on the bus and traffic is really ramping up now. We've been in standstill traffic for some time as we're approaching Kotor. The bus driver, he says, everybody get off and walk. We're thinking, excuse me? Like, we don't care how long the journey takes. We're not in a rush to get to Kotor. We're not doing much there anyway. Everyone else has the same kind of stance, so we all just sit and ignore him. He says again, Kotor station, 10-minute walk, everybody off the bus. We didn't have a choice. He forced us off. I thought them cancelling the event was my 13th reason. Turns out this was my 13th reason. This was the company, guys. Do with that information what you will. So now I'm on foot, walking to a town that I was meant to be arriving to by bus. I'm trying to get over it, you know, I'm on holiday, I want to have a nice time, but these people are testing me. We do make it to the town finally, and it is stunning. When we were planning this trip, it was a real debate to see whether we should stay in Budva or Kotor. As pretty as it is, Kotor just doesn't have as many things to do as Budva does. So yeah, I'm happy with our choice. We walked around the old town, went into some shops, and in one shop, the owner was really friendly. He was half Croatian, half Montenegrin. Somehow, the topic of our experience came up and we confided in him and said we are not having a good time. When we told him about all the bad things that had happened, he said, yep, sounds like Montenegro. He told us that unfortunately in the Balkans there's a stereotype that Montenegrins are known to be lazy. He told us the story of how his shop opened. He was living in Croatia at the time and his Montenegrin friends said that there's no work in Montenegro. So because he had some extra money on the side, he said, you know what, I'll set up a shop in Montenegro and we can all work there. When the shop was done, he called them and they said, we don't want to work. So now he has to work there by force to be able to cover the costs. We felt really bad for him, so we bought a fridge magnet there, even though it was more expensive than the ones we'd seen before. Everything we told him, he said, yeah, he's not surprised. It's Montenegro. He said the country and the infrastructure is not built for tourism and there is corruption. Hearing this from a local just felt quite validating because we just thought it was only us having this experience, but no, it figures. Anyway, we were walking around Kotor and then we decided to grab some food. This apple pie was absolutely delicious. And so was this pistachio tiramisu. We wanted to do the Alpine coaster and the cable car, but they closed it because of the wind. So we said, we've seen all that Kotor has to offer, let's just go home. The bus was 45 minutes late, obviously, but it did come and we did manage to make it home.
How you feeling, Victor? Wow, start again. We fit it.
I promise, like, and even it's been a weird these past few months.
Okay. How are you feeling today, Victoria?
I'm feeling good. Final full day, and we get to do the boat tour, so that's going to be really exciting.
Yeah, I second that. We're finally on this boat. This Kotor that they've done to us is enough. And yeah, so far everything seems good. Yeah, no real issues. We got here on time. For once in this country's life, the tour bus came on time. And yeah, look how pretty it is. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
Not long after we set sail, and yeah, this was just a nice, relaxing day. The staff on the boat were really lovely, and they even explained to us the history of Montenegro, which helped us understand a bit more about the country. Montenegro is not in the EU, and they just celebrated their 20-year anniversary of independence. They were formerly part of Yugoslavia, but then up until 1992, they all broke up. Montenegro remained with Serbia until 2006, hence why it's their 20-year anniversary. They also told us that Montenegro are trying to enter the EU, and they hope to achieve this by 2028. In order to do so, they're working on things like making anti-corruption laws and introducing strict integrity checks. They're hopeful that these steps will help to improve the country in general. We had lots of swim stops, which I loved, and we made loads of friends on the boat. Weirdly enough, I would actually recommend this boat trip. I just think we had an unfortunate encounter with their actual main management, but the people on the boat working there were absolutely lovely. But by the way, remember when they said they would give us compensation for messing us around? Did we get it? Absolutely not. We sailed back, and to commemorate our final night, of course we had to go to the club. We already knew this, but here in the clubs, they only play Balkan music. So if that's not your thing, you're only gonna last 40 minutes like we did.
Eric's so tired, but good morning. We got back last night. What time did we get back, Victoria? 2:30. So we've not had much sleep. But we gotta get the cab to the airport. He's coming. He said he's gonna be 10 minutes late. I appreciate him telling me that he's going to be 10 minutes late because, you know, this place. Babes in Budva are gonna be ladies in London very soon. Anyway, guys, we will see you at the airport. But for now, guys, it's been real. Thank you so much for watching Babes in Budva. Bye. Bye, bye, bye.
Well, I thought I was gonna end it there, but then we had the very uncomfortable experience of a man secretly filming us in the airport. I called him out and he was still doing it. I'm ready to go home now. Also, there was only one toilet in this airport. I'm not talking one set of toilets. I'm saying there was one cubicle, as in one toilet bowl. I waited in the queue for ages. The only good thing is that in terms of queues, Podgorica Airport is way better than Tivat Airport. Our flight was slightly delayed, but I didn't mind. The nightmare was finally over, and in a couple of hours, I'll be back on British soil. Guys, I don't know what to tell you. I honestly do not know what to say. I'd always heard such good things about Montenegro, so the fact that this was our experience was really disheartening and just really disappointing. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The country is beautiful. I just don't think at this stage it can support such a mass level of tourism. In terms of the people, just like everywhere in the world, you get some good, you get some bad. It's just unfortunate that we came across a lot of the bad. I had a lot of people saying it's because you visited in peak season, that's why all these bad things happened. Whilst I can understand where they're coming from, I think that is such a simplistic conclusion to come to. I truly believe that these things would have still happened even in off-peak season, except maybe the bus would come, but the rest, nah. I also had people saying, oh, it's because you didn't rent a car. The last thing I want to worry about on my holiday in Montenegro is scratching up a rental car because of the narrow roads. And the final justification that people tried to give me was, oh, that's just how the Balkans are. You should have done your research before going. This is not my first rodeo in the Balkans. I've been to Greece, Albania, Croatia, Slovenia, and I've never had any issues. In fact, they are some of my favorite countries and favorite people. So respectfully, I don't think this is a Balkan issue. Regardless, despite the issues, we still managed to laugh it off and have a good time. At the end of the day, travel will not always go your way. But if there's anyone I can go through trial and tribulation with but still have fun, it's my girl Victoria. Love you, Vix. Montenegro, I will never be back. You were unforgettable, but not the good kind. I don't wish the country or its people bad. I really do hope that things improve. But for now, this comment sums it up perfectly. You can't make plans for Montenegro. Montenegro makes plans for you. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye!